A little cottage sat by a calm river, tucked inside a broad meadow under drifting white clouds. Above it, the sky moved slow with puffs of pale mist floating past like thoughts. Its roof curved like a bowl, covered in weathered planks that held up against rain and sun alike. Light spilled from its square panes each dusk, flickering softly as night came near. Around the front, blooms pushed through dark soil, pinks, yellows, tiny whites, all leaning slightly toward the path. High branches swayed nearby, murmuring secrets whenever breezes slipped between them. A small home held a gentle ewe, along with her trio of young ones. Inside its walls, warmth came each day from their quiet life together. Lila held the title of eldest among the lambs. Footsteps light, she moved without hurry. Stillness followed her every step. Thinking came first, then moving. That was her way. Milo. That one in the center. The little sheep got that name. Laughter lit his face, while a skip stayed in his step. Funny how music always found him first. Laughter followed close behind, never far off. Luna, that's what they called the littlest lamb. Born last in line, she wore her name like a soft chime at dusk. Softness showed in her hands, then in how she spoke. Gentle came through each quiet step. Footsteps near home kept her happy. Her people were nearby, always. Each dawn, she'd nuzzle them close before whispering gentle words. My dear children, I will go to the meadow to gather fresh grass and sweet flowers. Please stay inside. Do not open the door to anyone you do not know. Each dawn, the lambs would call back in unison. We will be careful, Mother. We promise. Golden light crept over the valley as the sun lifted into the sky. Fresh leaves mixed with the scent of soil warming under morning air. From the trees, soft bird calls drifted down, breaking the silence bit by bit. Fresh off the morning meal, she slipped through the grass, wicker basket tucked under one arm. Her lips curled at the corners, soft like dandelion fluff drifting in sunlight. Each step carried her farther, without hurry, down the path beside the brook. Waving came from the 3 lambs. Come back soon, Mother, they said. The moment the door shut, silence settled in, making everything feel snug inside. Into the pages Lila dipped, her voice a quiet hum through the lines. Milo made up a tune while he walked. Then came the quiet notes, soft under his breath. She held the soft shape close, arms wrapped tight around its familiar lump. A hush fell between each passing second. Time dragged its feet without hurry. A soft breeze moved through the trees. Quiet sounds curled around the branches. Everything felt safe. Out of nowhere, a quiet tap came at the door. Tap, tap, tap. Lila raised her gaze. She looked up slowly, eyes meeting the morning light. Is someone here? She said, her voice gentle. A soft reply came through. It is me, your mother. I forgot my scarf. Please open the door. Milo smiled. Mother is back. Luna paid attention, her ears catching every sound. That voice sounds different, she whispered. Lila held on to what they had said would happen. Let us look through the window first, she said. Outside, they moved without sound toward the glass, peering through it. Quiet steps carried them close, eyes fixed beyond the pane. A tiny fox stood still, watching them. Around his neck hung a piece of fabric, loosely tied. His voice came out quiet, almost careful, like he wanted to be heard without startling anyone. Lila spoke calmly. You are not our mother. Please go home and rest. The fox hung back, voice quiet when it spoke. I am sorry. I only wanted warmth. Lila left a cup of warm tea on the porch. Outside it sat, steam curling into the cool air. The morning light touched the rim. A small gesture, quiet, unnoticed by most. "Please take this and go in peace," she said. Off she went, the fox offering thanks before ambling off at an unhurried pace. After a long pause, the lambs pushed the window shut. Then they held one another tight. Milo broke the quiet with a murmur. His voice carried just enough to be heard. "Yes," Luna replied. "We stayed safe." Time passed quietly. Across the floor crept the sunlight. A scent of blooming roses hung in the air, alongside warm loaves cooling on the counter. Footsteps softened as the young sheep settled once more. Later on came a second knock at the door. Tap, tap, tap. "Who is there?" Lila asked. Out of nowhere came a small reply. "I am a little rabbit. I am lost. May I rest here for a moment?" Frozen paws tapping the ground, the lambs spotted a white rabbit trembling just beyond the fence. Lila thought carefully. "Our mother said not to open the door," she said. "But we can still help." A slight crack in the window let her slide through a cozy blanket, then a small pile of berries followed. She moved quietly. "Please rest here and wait for your family," she said. The rabbit smiled. "Thank you. You are very kind." A little while later, Mama Rabbit showed up to lead her young one back. Homebound now, he followed close behind without another word. Pride swelled in the lambs, heat curling through their small bodies. Evening slowly arrived. Faint streaks of pink bled into the clouds just before dusk melted into orange. Far off, lights blinked into view. Beneath the trees, a hush of gold shimmered on the water's skin. The house grew quieter. A knock came at the door again, marking the third occasion. Tap, tap, tap. This time, the voice carried a soft weariness. It moved like quiet rain after long hours. "My dear children, it is me. I am home." Lila looked first. Milo listened closely. Luna waited, air caught in her chest. There she was, their mom, holding a bunch of blooms in a wicker tray. A still moment, her presence caught between steps, surrounded by color. The air seemed lighter near her hands. Each stem leaned slightly, fresh from the garden. Her shadow stretched long across the path behind her. "It is really her," Lila said happily. Together, they turned the handle. The latch clicked loose under their hands. Inside came the mother sheep, arms closing around them firm. "My brave lambs," she said. "Did you stay careful?" "Fine, Mom," they said, then spilled each detail without pause. Her grin widened, a quiet glow lighting her face. "You listened. You helped. You stayed safe. That is true wisdom." Later that day, steam rose from a pot on the stove as dinner came together slowly. A cozy scent moved through each room without rushing. Light spilled across the table in low golden pools. From beyond the windows, tiny voices chirped steadily into the dark. Later that evening, the group settled onto thick quilts. They stayed close, side by side, without speaking much. Stories came soft from the mother. She spoke them slow, like wind through trees at nightfall. Milo sang quietly. Luna yawned sweetly. Lila shut the pages of her book. Before bed, the mother whispered, "Remember, my children. Always listen. Always look. Always think. And always keep love in your heart." The lambs repeated softly, "Listen. Look. Think. Love." Up they got into bed. A soft glow came from the lamp. It filled the room with a gentle brightness. The house felt safe. Warmth settled deep inside them. Fog lay low between the hills. Stillness held every tree in place. Trees slept. Stars watched. Babbling low, the water sang sleepy tunes. Inside the tiny cottage made of wood, dreams swirled where 3 young sheep pictured warmth instead of cold, bravery when fear crept near, a place they knew by heart. Each evening, little by little, their understanding deepened while joy settled in like quiet firelight. Warmth held them close, not just from blankets but from something deeper between hearts. Time moved on, yet that feeling stayed, steady, real, unbroken.